Mr. Mayor, happy Aboriginal Day to you.
And happy Aboriginal Day to you and the listeners as well.
Mayor, what does the day mean for you?
Well, it's a great opportunity for people from all walks of life all across our country to celebrate the rich and varied traditions of Indigenous people, and in a place like Edmonton for us to reflect on thousands and thousands of years of cultures gathering here and continuing to gather here. So it's a very important opportunity to celebrate our diversity.
We all know the city of Edmonton has worked closely with communities like the Enoch Cree Nation. For example, recently renaming streets in the capital after Indigenous names. Tell us what other initiatives you and council have and continue to work on.
Well, the place naming of places, neighborhoods, bridges, streets, that will continue, I think. And just the other day, we opened Alec Decotu Park, or dedicated it anyway. It still has to actually be built, but we'll look forward to a dedication ceremony when it's complete as well. But marking the significance of an Olympian, a soldier who died in the First War, and Canada's first Aboriginal police officer. And so it's an important part of Edmonton's history, an important part of Indigenous history in this area, and naming that park is just one thing. But we have a number of other initiatives on the go with a number of Aboriginal serving organizations looking at an Aboriginal cultural and wellness center or centers, places for people to gather and get access programs, access education, access services that they'll benefit from. So we're working with a number of First Nations serving organizations in the province and the feds to explore opportunities to do more of that, and all kinds of other things that cumulatively add up to gestures of reconciliation from the city of Edmonton.
Sir, looking at the Aboriginal Day list, especially for this year, there's a sense of pride amongst Indigenous and non-Indigenous people. I mean, Edmonton, once again, a great host for Aboriginal Day.
Certainly, and I think, quite honestly, since the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, I think Canadians, again, from all walks of life are more aware of some of the complex and troubling history that Indigenous people have endured, but also the richness and diversity of cultures and the importance of maintaining traditional practices and practicing and learning about traditional culture. And so I think in that sense, there's more awareness, more interest, and I think those are good things for bridging divides between cultures, and that cumulatively is all part of reconciliation. So I think it's very timely.
You yourself have hosted numerous events at City Hall to honor Treaty Nations in Central Alberta. You seem to take great pride in hosting these events.
Well, I think Edmonton is a city that has really connected, among the strongest among major Canadian cities with our Aboriginal Accord and efforts that now stretch back for more than a decade to build relationships with urban Aboriginal communities, as well as with the Confederacy of Treaty 6 First Nations. We also have a lot of Treaty 8 and some Treaty 7 folks here, and Indigenous people from all across the country. We have a strong relationship with the Métis Nation, and it's really been a decade of work to build those relationships, and then also, tangible efforts in more recent years, really catalyzed by the visit of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission. And then for me, I actually think the treaties themselves, and Treaty 6 in our case in particular, provides great guidance to how we should be growing and building this community together in partnership and in a spirit of shared prosperity. So every opportunity to educate people about that and celebrate that is worth taking.
Mayor Don Iveson, have you been out taking part in any celebrations today?
I'll be attending at least one ceremony, and then I'm looking forward to hitting a few powwows this summer as well. It's going to be a great summer, and it'll be great to be able to hear you on the airwaves further and further out into the province, and so congratulations, by the way, on your expansion and your transmission power.